And now you guys are going to stay on the line, but we're going to welcome another city into the mix. We're going to welcome Sao Paulo onto our GloNet schedule for the day. So, Sao Paulo, are you there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Roger that. Excellent. Well, in that case, I'm not going to chit-chat too much. I'm going to just leave it to you to get right into your introduction, because I know you have lots to say. So over to you. Introduce us to your organization, what you're doing, and your theme.
I'm talking on behalf of Vivo Arte Move. We are here in São Paulo at MASP, Avenida Paulista. I'm going to introduce the theme, which is a theme which will serve us as a subject for our activities along this year, along 2010. This activity starts here at GloNet, and we are approaching the events we are developing in Brazil, in Belém, Salvador, Porto Alegre, Belo Horizonte, and São Paulo, according to this theme I'm going to explain and mention in a few seconds. You tell me when I start.
Great. All right. Well, Sao Paulo, over to you. We're ready. Let's kick it.
Okay. Thanks, Michelle. I'm starting now the description of the theme. GloNet inaugurates the Vivo Arte Move activities for 2010, which includes São Paulo at the beginning and at the end of an intense and decidedly productive calendar. And the themes we intend to follow meet the thoughts outlined here at GloNet. Based on this thematic approach, many precepts connect our practices to a form of art that targets public space, that incorporates in its process issues connected to architecture and urban planning, including the side effects experienced in the city. Guilherme Wisnik, on my side, will soon tell us that in recent decades, the experience of the city has been tremendously delacerated. And for the first time, we from Arte Move will confront the city of São Paulo more or less in the way we did in São Paulo successfully, in Belo Horizonte successfully, where the festival started in 2006. Many thinkers relate the problems in São Paulo to issues common to other megacities in the world. We might be closer thought to colonial cities such as Lima, Bogotá, Johannesburg, or Mexico City. Without getting into post-colonial arguments, it's worth remembering that we were colonized by a peripheral country, which was Portugal, and which was at that time also dependent under imperialism, such as France and England. We were invented through the back door by the withdrawal towards the sea, by the opportunity of being a solution. Boaventura de Sousa Santos, a contemporary Portuguese sociologist, tells us that the social experience in the world today is a lot more varied and broader than Western philosophy tells us. This social wealth would be about to waste. We would therefore need, says Boaventura, to fight against the squandering of experience. He urges us to go against the Western conception of rationality, which would be to acquire the present only by opening perspectives to an undefined expansion of the future. This rationality was also fought against by Milton Santos, who suggested isolated solutions, proposing, for instance, emotion as an antidote for a perverse globalization. He stated that lower classes, being excluded from technologically equipped and skilled rationality, can visualize a future where emotion would be the main engine to replace connectivity motors with communication and not just information. There has been always an image picturing Brazil as a never-promised country of the future. In contradiction, the future stimulates us, but it erases the present experience. A general theory would not successfully deal with the diversity of experience that are a result of such different processes throughout the world. Boaventura, like others have done, from Mário de Andrade to Milton Santos, has been doing a translation work, a theoretical transposition. The translation that considers more specific contexts and situations would be a procedure capable of generating mutual intelligibility between possible experiences without destroying identities. Presently, we deal with an urban reality that is somewhat non-linear, that would find a parallel in what Boaventura calls cosmopolitan rationality. To Boaventura, in order to change paradigms, one must follow the inverse trajectory of Western rationality. It would therefore be necessary to expand the present and contract the future. Only as such, it will be possible to create the space-time necessary to become acquainted with and appreciate the inexhaustible social experience underway in the world today. Finally, back to the title and theme of this session, it's worth remembering how unbearable the term cartography has become, for many as a result of its relatively recent overuse. But we must once again face it, because we are talking about a comprehension of a world made by inputs of many kinds, such as mobile, portable, and ubiquitous media, constantly diversifying and offering mediations, visualizations, and reinterpretations. A cartography of São Paulo may always be incomplete. For many, being creative in this city is surviving it. Regarding contemporary urban problems, Wisnik and our other presenters seem to coincide here. Solutions, if they exist, will not be planned in a very clear and convincing manner, but it must be done, and the current technologies must be useful in this process, even running the risk of precariousness and of provisional planning. The provisional is a space for confrontation. It provides for both present-time experience as well as the germs of the future. I thank you for your patience and for attention. Introduce you to Guilherme Wisnik. Michelle, over to you for a while.
Thank you for that. That's wonderful. Can we give a little applause? I really liked what you said there. Creativity is a way of surviving this city. That's really quite an amazing statement, actually.